All right, so here we have a tour of the garden this year. I just finished putting a groundhog barrier, these vertical posts, and I don't know if it's clear, but there's bird netting that the groundhog can't climb, so it's pretty secure about that. Against that, what I've gotten here some asparagus, which will take actually a couple of years to turn into actual productive plants, some lettuce, and some empty space right now. Some cilantro, onions, chives, garlic in the corner there, and a bunch more onions that haven't come up yet. Okay, and I have a ad hoc greenhouse here, which has a bunch of tomato plants in it. And this actually has been really good. Even though there's been a few days with the frost, it has not affected the tomatoes at all. And down here, one of the original beds with dill, cilantro, parsley. These are two old parsley plants which may or may not make it. This also has the groundhog netting. The groundhog got in here actually, and he dined on this parsley here, which is kind of annoying. These are radishes that need to be thinned. And there's also been a bit of snail activity in there, which I got to deal with. The peas have come up. The beans are starting to come up, and hopefully the snails don't eat those. So I have actually it's not my secret remedy for snails. It turns out you put a pan of beer, which I'll show you shortly. Okay, in the other bed here, we have a bunch of tomatoes. And down at this end, some lettuce. Okay, and the remedy for the snails, which I used to have 6 of those red lettuces, and the snails ate 4 of them. And the person who sells the lettuce plants says, put a pan of beer. So I don't know if you can see there, but there's a bunch of snails that have drowned in the beer. Okay, apparently they like beer a lot, and they go into it and then they drown. Okay, have some more peas here. More lettuce with beer in a pan to prevent. They like the red lettuce for some reason. They don't touch the green lettuce. It's rather odd. Have some more lettuce here. This is lettuce I planted from seed. Actually, the stuff you can see as little plants is actually arugula, and then there's stuff you can barely see there, which is spinach. And then there's lettuce. And by the way, I eat the dandelions, so I don't pull them up. And there's more lettuce here. So there's going to be plenty of lettuce. We actually have had 2 salads from this already. All right, so we have some potted stuff here. Parsley, cilantro, and more parsley. A little cilantro that came up. I had to put the screens on there because of the groundhog. Some rosemary from last year, which is recovering. It was indoors, and it didn't really like that. But it seems to be kind of getting back into shape. This is thyme and some oregano and sage. Okay, so over here in my fire pit for barbecuing steer, even though I'm a vegan. Okay, so this is the rather extensive salad patch here. It has everything from, you can't really see any of this stuff, I don't think. Lettuce, arugula, spinach, kale, Swiss chard. The only thing that's come up you might be able to see is the arugula, the little plants here. And for the first time this year, I planted a bunch of potatoes and a bunch of onions in that uncovered spot. The birds and squirrels are kind of annoying. They're kind of digging up the potatoes. One of the potato plants has actually come up there. So I'm kind of hoping to see more of them. And so that's, I think, I've got some other stuff planned, namely some Carrots, and where, well, there's a little, in front of the boat there, there's a little patch, a little sandy patch, which I think will work for the carrots. And probably in this thing I just finished today, I'll probably plant some pumpkins. Oh, and actually down here, is where the cucumbers are going to go, but it's a bit too cold at the moment. So I've got my cucumber crib here, which actually I'm adding some composted manure to. And then I've got a enclosed sort of structure here with blueberry bushes. So that one has a few blossoms. That one doesn't have any. They're all different varieties. The New Jersey, and this is, I'm not sure what that is, but it's got a lot of blossoms. I'm kind of hoping that that one actually produces some blueberries. So I think that's it for now. And in a month or so, this should be quite bursting with all sorts of plants. All right, later.